Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's your boy in the streets, Mr. DJ Quest 95, representing Intro Magazine. And I'm sitting here, none other than one of the first innovators of soul, neo soul, before it even had a name. Him and his family were one of the largest families to produce R&B, family, fun, funk, dance tracks before MTV really knew what they were going to do with themselves. I'm sitting here with none other, right here in Cleveland, Ohio, Mr. Debarge. How you doing today, sir?
What's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, you can have the mic. I ain't going to take it from you.
It's okay. It's all right. We're going to pass it back and forth. All right. Now, got a few questions for you. You know, some fun, some serious, and some just straight up real. You know, because it's been a while since you've been out here promoting, working on an album, and reaching out to your fans. Number one, how does that feel?
It feels great, man. I'm so glad to be back in touch with my fans because I can see that the love is mutual. I'm loving what I'm doing, and they love me doing it.
That's great. And you do it well. You know, we know that your next album coming up is called Second Chance, and that's coming out November 30th. Now, right now, you're doing a promotional tour, then you're going to come back and do a kick butt tour, you know, with all the songs that get hot, or what?
Well, actually, right, I just finished a tour with Mary J. Blige. We cut the tour off because she had to go over to Europe, and I needed to stay here to promote my upcoming CD, Second Chance. So I did that, but I'm doing some spot dates with Fantasia while I'm preparing for my own headline tour in 2011.
Are you going to pop up on her TV show?
With a what? A TV show?
Are you going to pop up on Fantasia's TV show?
I hadn't planned on it, but, you know, I mean, she maybe, you know, I don't know. We'll see.
She has a very entertaining show. You need to check it out. Now, how's the family doing?
Family's doing great, man. They're giving me the 125,000% support, man. I talk to them just about every other day.
That's great. Is there any possibility of a Debarge reunion?
Well, we've talked about it. It's possible. I'm just waiting on them. They told me, "Al, do your thing. We got you. We with you. You got our support. We'll let you know when we're ready."
That's great because, I mean, it was like Debarge, the Jackson Fives, and it was Menudo, the Osmond, Menudo, Silvers, the other Latin group out of Mexico. I can't remember the names right now, but it was like for a minute it was just
Wait a minute. There was the Jets.
the Jets. That's them, the Jets. And for a minute, it seemed to be the trend. You know, do you think that's going to come back around?
Well, you know what? Family groups have always been around. Some of them are famous. Some are more famous than others. You got family groups all over the place, man. I know a lot of them, and there's a lot of talented families out there. But we're all one family in God's spirit and in the spirit of love. And that's what I'm all about. It's a universal thing. I'm trying to touch everybody, man, with God's love through the voice of my music.
Amen. And, you know, and speaking of touching, you know, in life, you get touched with different circumstances that may help your music, benefit your music, and just give you an insight on different things that go on in the world. You know, some things happen for a reason. You know, most recently you were just released from prison. You know, and then while incarcerated, did that affect your music? Did that affect how you think and see things now musically, or did that reflected on your album as well?
Well, you know, the whole thing about it with me is I was affected before I went into prison. God chose prison as a tool to shape in me. I wouldn't recommend prison for anybody. Trust me, don't go there.
Right.
But I was praying for God to help me to get off drugs, and He rescued me. I wasn't in prison because I was locked up, so to speak, but I looked at it as a rescue mission, and I sat down in prison for 13 months because I had to.
Right.
And God delivered me. He got my mind straight. I got my willpower back, and that's why I'm able to be sitting here with you talking about my new Second Chance album that I was able to go in the studio and do with a sober mind.
That's great because, you know, we see a lot of artists have changed their ways, and as another Interscope artist, Eminem, you know, he changed his outlook, and he has his albums more positive. You coming back out with the Second Chance. Dre went from the Chronic 3 to Detox. So I think people are now looking at the world around us, and we're seeing how music affects the world and want to do something positive in their lyrics. Now, if you could pick another artist that's on that same path to work with, who would that be?
So on that same path to work with, I would say 50 Cent. I know he's on that path. We did something together on my new album called Switch Up the Format, and I know he's on that path. He's a strong-minded man. He's positive, you know, and he's learned a lot, you know, and we definitely switching up the format together. And you know, I also did a song with Fabulous, who I admire his talent so well. Faith Evans, you know, there's a lot of people out there that are going through trials and errors, but you gotta realize that we're all human, you know. But the important thing is learn from it, man. Learn from it, and be the best you that you can be.
That's most important. You know what you're here for, and find your place and find your niche and work it to death, you know. So on the album, what other artists are you working with? Any special features on the album?
Well, like I said, 50 Cent, Fabulous, and Faith Evans are the features that I have on my album so far.
You really don't need a feature. You know, how many ballads do we have?
Oh, we got 16 songs on this album, and 13 of them I co-wrote myself. We got ballads, we got mid-tempo ballads. The whole album is feel-good music. It's music to laugh to make love to. You know.
Yeah, you know, the ladies wait. You know, the ladies definitely gonna throw themselves at you again. The fellas gonna try to emulate your style. So, you know, let's just call it what it is. The Debarge men set a trend early in the late 80s, you know, on what was cool. Are you ready for that all over again?
Well, you know what? The trend that I want to set right now, if we must have a trend, you know, is I want everybody to go out and get my album Second Chance. And if you want to sing, if you want to know how to treat ladies, then, you know, let me lead by example. And when you listen to my songs, I'm going to show you how to be a gentleman to that lady.
Oh, that's very important nowadays. That's very important. So many women are getting used to some of the lyrics that they're hearing, and they're starting to believe that themselves, that they are this and that and should be treated that way.
If you don't treat your lady good, be careful, because I'm coming to town, and I'm going to treat her like she's supposed to be treated. Believe that.
Speaking of coming to town, what are some of the cities that your tour is going through right now?
Let me see. Detroit, Cleveland, Cincinnati, New York, Dallas, Houston, L.A., Chicago, Miami, Orlando. Let's see. Nashville, New Orleans. We going all over, man. Austin. We going. Shoot. Let me see. Chattanooga. Shoot. We going here. East, west, north, south. I'm not leaving nothing out.
All right. Well, before we get out of here, can I get a cappella of one of your new songs?
Let me see. This is my new song with Faith Evans. Let's not leave the house today. I just want to lay with you. Put your body close to mine. Room service will be on the way. I just want to lay with you. 'Cause I can't get enough of you, girl.
Hey, you heard it here first. Intro Magazine, Mr. L. Debarge, your boy DJ Quest 95. We're doing how we do for TV. We can't wait to get the new album. Make sure you pick it up. Second Chance, November 30th. You heard it first right here, Cleveland, Ohio. Intro Magazine. It's your boy DJ Quest. Want to say anything else to the fans?
I love you. Thank you for your support. November 30th.
Watch out. Make sure you get it first. Peace.